what should I do before I close the walls up with sheetrock? It's going to save time, money, and a bunch of headaches down the road. I would definitely suggest running spare conduits wherever you need them in your home. If you have future plans to put a welder in your shop or your garage, run a conduit from your panel to where you think you might want a welder or a compressor or even an EV charger for your car. That is the perfect time to do these things, is before the sheetrock goes on. Run those conduits. It works great for the electrician and for the contractor, because the electrician, if they're aware of these things, they can upsell to the customer. You can say, hey, do you plan on getting an attic fan? Do you plan on putting a heat pump outside? Do you plan on putting a welder in your shop or a compressor? All those things are potential money makers for the contractor, and it makes you look good as an electrician because it shows that you're thinking ahead, you're helping the customer plan ahead, and they love that stuff. What they want to know is that they've got a competent guy there to kind of help them, walk them through the series of steps it takes to future-proof their home. So number 2, install double duplex receptacles wherever you think you might need them in the future. And in particular, I would run them kind of pre-plan, say your master bedroom or one of your bedrooms. Where would a bed go? Where's a nightstand going to go? But usually if you walk into a bedroom, you go, okay, that's where the bed would go. That's probably where nightstands would go. Put double duplex, which means 2 receptacles per box. So it'll be 2 receptacles, so you'll have 4 places to plug in. You've got lamps, you've got chargers, you've got CPAP machines, you've got all kinds of stuff that people may need to have in the future. It just saves from putting a splitter or one of those plug-in splitters. That's exactly what I did. And on top of that, I would run them, say, in the kitchen, on the counters, because people want to put in their toaster, their blender, their toaster oven, their Instapot, whatever else you have. Having those quads in your kitchen, even, let's just say, your garage too. You've got a pre-plan for your little workspace. You're having your house built, look into that garage, and you go, okay, let's see, I'd probably put my workbench right here. Have your electrician or you do it, run some quads there too, maybe even a couple of them, because you're going to want to charge your batteries, you're going to want to plug in a saw, maybe plug in a light that's going to be clamped to the edge of your workbench. I don't know, a lot of things you can do. So I would definitely, when you're wiring your home, pre-plan where those heavier use areas are going to be and install those double duplex or quad receptacles there. Number 3, I went into the crawl space during the wiring and I put a receptacle down there, GFI, and I added a switch for a couple of the porcelain lights. And the reason I did that is because I knew eventually I would be in that crawl space. Now, you don't have to do the lights, you don't have to do the switch, but I would at least do the receptacle down there, the GFI or GFCI, in case, for example, you needed a sump pump for some reason. You've already got power down there. You've got a drop light you need to plug in. I know most of us have battery-powered lights, but having the ability to have some type of receptacle down there, you may never use it, but it doesn't take much time to just drop some Romex down there, crawl down in there, mount a box, put in a GFI, and like I said, maybe even a light, maybe not. But I would say if you have an attic, and I've been there, done this, and it's helped out a lot. Attic access, you pop open the attic access, you're on your ladder, and you reach up, and I put a single pole switch right there. Toggle that thing on, a couple porcelains come on right near the apex of the roof there. Peak of the roof, sure. So I was able to, move boxes and stuff. Oh, bonus tip, I had them put down plywood. After they insulated the ceiling, I had them put in a row of plywood so I could use it for storage for knickknacks and that kind of stuff. But having those lights up there really helped a lot. But having a receptacle up there, it might come in handy, but I think it's one of those small things that could add a little bit of convenience when you need it most. Number 4 is something that I think is really cool. It's kind of a flex almost on your neighbors. And that is to have your electrician, or if you're wiring your own home, put receptacle boxes up in the soffits or eaves or whatever you want to call them of your home on the outside for Christmas lights. No more cords draped across the lawn. No more splitters everywhere. Also, one of the cool things about this is too, what I used to do is I would come out of the panel and I would put a box and I would run power from the panel to that box, and I'd run out of that box and I'd hit all the soffit lights receptacles. And then you can put a 24-hour time clock. You can put a single pole switch. You can put a smart device there so you can control it from your phone. So you could go onto your phone and say, I want the Christmas lights on from, I don't know, 6 to 6 or something. At least one per floor. If you have a second story, put one up there, put one on each end of the second story, one on each end. You can look at your own house and you can see where you would probably plug in Christmas lights. They're going to make you the envy of your neighbors because they're going to be out there running their extension cords, plugging stuff in. They're going to do like the whole Clark Griswold, and they're going to go into the garage and they have the splitter on the splitter on the splitter and they plug it in and it blows up. Not you. You're going to be cool. Let's go to number 5. I would, while talking to the customer, especially if they have a larger property and they say they have plans to expand, I would offer them to, not for free, obviously, but I would suggest that they consider running conduit right now while the walls are still open for any type of outdoor thing, whether it is a shed, a shop, a garage, an entertainment area, whatever it is, running that conduit now, putting that panel on, drilling a hole through, putting an LB on there and dropping that conduit down and running across to wherever their future thing is going to be, huge time saver. It almost allows, well, it allows the homeowner to pick up where you left off or give you a call back and say, hey, we got that shed built now. Can you come finish it out for me? I would appreciate it if you want to see the next 5 tips, the next series, part 2, please subscribe. And if you found these tips helpful, please drop a comment and let me know what things you've done to your home or what things you've seen or had offered to you by a contractor that has saved you time, money, and energy. I'd love to hear it because I'd like to keep this series going. Like I said earlier, maybe even a 4th part to this. So you guys are awesome. I thank everybody for being here. See you next time.